Hello, people. How are you?
Hello, Facebook. How are you? This is Sourena Vasseghi, and I'm Jamila Doolin.
And then we have something very special for you.
And today we have something very special for you.
We are very grateful for
We're going to talk for a full hour?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to talk for a full hour today.
Yeah. We're going to
talk about what makes you amazing. But before we do that, you're probably wondering, who are these two people who are sitting here talking? By the way, Keisha, hi, thanks so much. We're just getting started. Thank you for joining. We like that you joined. Send us some love, some like, share, whatever. But participate. Iron sharpens iron, so we all do this together. All right, so this is Sourena Vasseghi. And Sourena is the writer who can't write and the speaker who can't speak. Sourena has done so many things in his life. And now his goal is to empower you to live your best possible life. So that's how we do this. That's the whole purpose, is to help you live your best possible life. And today we are talking about what makes you amazing. What makes you amazing? What makes you unique? Yes, first we're going to talk about why it's important to recognize or identify your gifts, your strengths, and your talents.
And then I'm going to talk about what makes me, then what makes me unique.
Right, so we're going to talk about what makes
me unique.
Right, then Sourena's going to relate a little bit to himself, what makes him unique.
Then we're change.
And then you're going to be challenged.
Yeah, so are you ready?
Are you ready? Let's get started.
So often we want to be better.
So often we want to be better looking,
have more money,
have more money,
have more fun,
have more fun,
be more amazing.
Be more amazing.
And with that things, we get stuck. We got those things, we get stuck.
And without those things that we think we want so badly, we feel kind of stuck.
But there are things that you can put in order to become. I mean, there are things where you can become and do it right now.
But there are things in your life that make you amazing right now.
There are things that you do or you have not made that you can exploit to become amazing.
Right? You have gifts right now that you can exploit to become even more amazing.
The easiest thing was to, I think, sure, I can't speak right because I did.
Right. Sourena said, look, for me, the easiest thing in the world would have been to say, I can't speak. I can't write.
Yeah, I can't go.
So I can't be a speaker, or I can't be a writer.
Or I can't be on Facebook Live.
Or I couldn't be on Facebook Live to inspire you.
But I really can't, I really inspire.
But one of my gifts, or one of Sourena's gifts rather, is the ability to inspire.
I use that to make it clear.
And he has used that to serve others, and at the same time, while doing that, he has been able to make a career. One of Sourena's favorite quotes is his friend Larry Wingate. Right. Larry says, find your uniqueness and exploit it in the service of others.
I love that because that's what we got to do today. Explore kids into reality.
Right. Sourena said, look, I love that. And I love that because that's exactly what we have to do. We have to find our uniqueness, and then we've got to exploit it. We have to really, really use it as a way to serve others.
I love music, but the word for it, it's not a bad word.
Right. So often we look at exploit and we say, oh my goodness, it's such a yucky word. It's like it has a very negative connotation to it.
You can be positive.
But it can also be positive.
Yeah.
Right. So we're taking the negative side away and putting that away.
Right. How do you find the positive? How do you find the positive?
How do you find the positive?
You find it. You find it.
Right. So Sourena said, look, in order to find your gifts, follow your curiosity.
What makes you curious?
What makes you curious?
What gave you hours?
What?
Can you live for hours?
What is it that you could do for hours?
I love reading self-help books.
Sourena loves reading
Self-help books.
self-help books.
I love watching sports analysis.
Sourena loves watching sports analysis.
Yeah, I live in that comment. I do
because you see sports analysis as just breaking down complex ideas about success.
What are the best athletes in the world doing?
You like to see what the best athletes in the world are doing?
Yeah. I love that. I've never watched. I love you for hours.
You could do that for hours?
Yeah, I love you immediately.
And you could watch online videos about amazing athletes and their amazing success.
Yes.
So the idea of amazing success is something that completely fascinates you.
Yeah, I have to question all the time.
So you ask yourself 2 questions all the time.
But how am I going to be amazing? I need to become amazing.
So we're going to ask himself these 2 questions. How can a guy like me with such obvious challenges be amazing?
I think well, rather than you.
And the second question is,
well, you.
And what have I learned that I can teach to you about being amazing?
And that's a part of it.
And that is
And
that is the body of Sourena's work. So Sourena, let's get back on it.
And then what are the
What other thing?
How you help people get what results? How you help people get?
And the other question that he asked himself, the third question, is what result has he helped other people get?
I meet someone anywhere when I speak of what is reading.
Right. So one of Sourena's gifts, obviously, is inspiration. And people comment on this all the time. Random people will just say to you, hey, look, you are so inspiring.
Yeah. And then what are the comments that you get over again?
What are the comments that you get over and over again?
What are the comments that you get over again?
So when you're looking to see what gifts you have, look and see what other people say. What comments do you get on a regular basis? Do people tell you that you are, wow, you're so organized, or man, you can really inspire people, or what else? You're just an amazing writer.
Or you have to be it. To talk to kids.
Yeah, maybe yours is the ability to talk to kids. Maybe you're a calming presence.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Yeah, there are so many gifts out there. So many. It could be anything. I mean, we all have gifts.
Yeah, we all do. But every gift needs to be used.
That's right. But every gift is valuable, and every gift needs to be used.
Yeah, I want to be that kid, and you don't want to be that kid. Because
Right. Sourena said it's like this. It's like going to Christmas. You come downstairs, see all the presents, and you're that kid that gets all these presents, but instead throws them all in the corner and plays with the wrapping paper. Or plays with the box. That's not who you want to be. You want to be the person who sees their gifts, throws the wrapping paper aside, and uses the gift.
So, I bet you have to go. What is?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Yeah, we go.
About a year and a half ago. You were working with your two buddies?
Yeah.
Sourena was working with his two friends.
And then we run the business.
And you were doing business coaching?
Yeah.
And they were doing business coaching.
It was not me. It was not me. It was not me. It was not me.
There weren't many?
It was not me.
It wasn't you?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a fit?
Yeah.
Right. So this business coaching really wasn't a fit for your gifts and your strengths and your talents?
Yeah. I know business was quite well, but nobody was good. Nobody really, the person that was here, I was pretty.
Okay, so you're saying that nobody's going to say the first thing, hey, look, I want to go to him for business coaching? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Right. People are drawing to Sourena for inspiration. That's your gift.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember I love it too.
And so, Sourena, what did you do?
I remember I go, I'm not happy. I need to become inspiration.
Right. So Sourena emailed his friends that he was working with, and they had to completely redo everything so that Sourena could work within the gifts he was given. And that's when he went back to inspiration. And I think that's what you're trying to say. You have your gifts, and sometimes it can be tempting. Is this what you're saying, Sourena? That it can be tempting to go in a different direction.
Yeah. It will be tempting to go in a different direction. It will be tempting to go in a different direction, but you better stand course. You have to stand course.
But instead, you have to stay on course. Use your gifts.
Okay. So let me give you some, right?
Hi, Gregory. How are you? Thanks for joining. So today we're talking about using our gifts. We're talking about Sourena's gifts. We're talking about just the importance of identifying our gifts and then the importance of using them to help others.
Let me give you some more gifts.
Okay, we're going to give you some more gifts. Hopefully you'll give us some love.
Yeah, some more food. I have some more gifts.
Right. So over the years, Sourena's note has taken stock and noticed some of his gifts. One of them is The joy.
Yeah, I love it. I love that.
Right. So one of Sorena's gifts is the joy of life.
Yeah.
Serena loves life.
I love it. Hanging out with people. I love hanging out with people.
Serena loves hanging out with people.
I love watching my kids grow up.
You love.
Watching my kids grow up.
Serena loves watching his kids grow up.
My uncle,
Serena's own goal is to have as many amazing experiences as possible. In spite of your disability. Right. And in order to become amazing, it's really important to have like this curiosity about life. I'm sorry? Right. So Serena wrote a book about dreams.
I'm pretty amazing.
And
I'm pretty amazing.
And Sourena is the biggest dreamer you can imagine.
If you want me, you have to be a big dreamer.
So if you want an amazing life, you have to be a big dreamer.
Number two.
Number two is personal responsibility. Right. So Sorena's mantra, his personal mantra, and I work with him every day. Trust me, I hear it. It's not my fault, but it is my responsibility. So Sorena's disability is really the result of the mistake of a doctor. Right, so Sourena just said, look, there are times in my life when I would say, if that doctor hadn't done this, then I would be able to do that. Sourena blamed everything on that doctor. When you say everything, what do you mean?
Everything.
You blame every
Bad day.
Every bad day. Every time you got sick? Stuck?
Yeah.
So every time you got stuck doing something?
Yeah, every time.
You blame the doctor? It would be your disability got in the way.
Every time
Sorena's chair broke down. Even the weather you would blame? So even the weather would be the fault of that doctor or of the disability?
Yeah.
Everything. Anything that went wrong was his fault. Did any of the good stuff get blamed on him?
No.
Only the bad stuff?
Yeah. Because what we do, we blame the weather and we stuff.
Right. Sourena just said, here, this is what we do. We blame for the bad stuff and then we take responsibility for the good stuff. Not what we should do, but it's kind of what we naturally kind of revert to. Like our default.
The more amazing would be the more simply grow.
The more
amazing you be, the more simply you grow.
Right. The more amazing you strive to be, you have to realize the more amazing you strive to be, the more stuff that's likely to go wrong. People assume that success is about
getting rid of bad.
Getting rid of bad stuff?
Yeah.
People assume that success is about getting rid of the bad stuff.
It's not about extending the good, extending the good is bad.
And that's not exactly it. See, success is about accepting the good as well as the bad.
And trying to get even more challenging.
Right. Understand that the more you try to be successful, the more your challenges are going to be more challenging.
Yeah. Okay. My life is not my life. I'm not trying to get out of this bed.
Say that for me one more time, please.
There's in my mind, there are choices of challenges in my life.
In Sorena's life, there are
Choices of challenges in my life.
two sets of challenges.
In my life.
Right, and yes. One set is your disability. And the other set is Sorena's desire to become amazing.
The second set is a lot more challenging than the first set.
And the second set is a lot more challenging than the first set.
Yeah, so if you want to become amazing, you have to take responsibility for everything that goes wrong in your life.
Right. If you want to be amazing, you have to take control. I'm sorry, not take control, take responsibility for everything that happens in your life. Let me say that one more time because I said it wrong. If you want to be amazing, you must take responsibility for everything that comes into your life. That's the good as well as the bad.
One other thing that there is reality and reality.
Right. So along these same lines, we're going to look at or talk about reality and your response to reality.
Nobody
No matter what they say, can control the economy.
Nobody,
no matter what they say, can control traffic in Los Angeles.
Nobody can get other people. Nobody can get other people.
Right. And really, nobody can control other people.
But there's really nothing to reality with reality.
Right. So there's reality.
And reality.
And your reaction to reality. There's reality and your response to it. Your reaction to it.
When you disability and my reaction to my disability.
Right. So for Sourena, there's his disability, and then there's his reaction to that disability.
There's something that thing to know effort and approval.
Right. So there's things Sourena wants to do, and he can do them. It might take more effort than other people, but it can be done.
Yeah. Number three.
Yes, so our third thing is our ability to inspire. We talked about this a little earlier. I think we're going to go in a little more deeper now. Hey, Simon, thanks so much for joining. Today we're talking about gifts. We're talking about strengths. We're talking about your uniqueness, the importance of identifying our gifts, the importance of using our gifts. So join in. Send us some comments, some likes, some love, all of this. enjoy.
No matter who you are, you gotta be able to inspire people.
Here we go. We're talking about the ability to inspire. And no matter who you are, you have the ability to inspire others. In order to become amazing, not only do you have to be able to inspire, but part of that is also being able to put together a team. You're going to have to be able to work with amazing people. You have to be able to inspire those same people.
To be on your team.
You have to convince people that they need and want to be on your team.
Or because that you need to be on your team.
Or you might even have to convince people that you need to be on their team.
And you gotta inspire them.
And then you have to inspire them.
If they were really good, do your part.
And if they work with you, you have to do your part.
And you gotta set every day. You have to
start with that commitment every day.
Yeah.
You have to be that committed every day.
And you guys bug tiny steps into moment.
Say that for me one more time, please.
Small steps and the moment.
So you might have to have small steps, but then you might also have to have big moments.
Yeah.
So those small steps lead to big moments?
Yes.
Okay, so there we go. Small steps lead to big moments.
Yeah, being committed to your work.
Right, so this is being committed to your work.
It's about being committed.
It's about being committed. Being committed looks like being on time. It looks like
being present in the moment.
Being present in the moment.
Yeah. Helping build self-values.
Helping
build self-values. Self-challenges.
Self-challenges. Solve challenges. Being committed is about helping others solve challenges.
That we do.
And when you do these things, you inspire others.
You inspire.
Right. Along the way, you might want to try inspiring a little confidence as well.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So what about willingness to work, Sourena? Right. So Sourena has a friend by the name of Larry Wingett, and Larry wrote a book entitled, it's called Work for a Reason.
It was a New York Times bestselling book.
Right, and it was a New York Times best-selling book.
Oh, it's not playtime. It's not playtime. It's not playtime.
It's not playtime?
It's not what is in the animal. It's not the animal.
Ah, so here we go. So work isn't about being on the phone or hanging out on Facebook. Well, now you can. Or scrolling through Instagram. It's not playtime. It's
work.
It's work. Exactly. People pay you for a job.
Work.
Right, and then it's your responsibility to work.
Yeah. A lot of people
Right? If you want to become amazing, you are going to have to. No way to get around it. You are going to have to outwork other people.
Yeah, be committed to community.
You have to be committed to.
Be committed.
You have to be committed to your commitments.
And then we get this is a lot.
What about Larry Winnet?
He did this with me.
He did this with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if we can get Sourena to tell us a story. What do you mean, Sourena, that Larry Winnet did this with you?
So I hired him to be my coach.
Right, so Sourena hired Larry to be his business coach.
And there was no contract. There was nothing. You can click on every time. So it's not easy,
Right. It was a simple agreement. For a certain amount of money, for a certain amount of time, you email me and I will email you back. Simple.
Yeah.
This is the cost, this is the service. Simple.
90% hours.
I'm sorry?
90% hours.
Right. So, Sourena, if you know Sourena, you know he can write an email. And Sourena can write an email. And he can write a lot of them. Am I lying on you, Sourena? No, Sourena can write an email. And so 90% of the time that Sourena would write an email to Larry, that email was returned within the hour. And 100% of those emails were returned within 12 hours. Some of you wear shorts? Oh, some of the emails were short, excuse me. And some of the emails were not so short. Oh, one of them was a book?
Yeah.
So one of them was the book that Sourena wrote. One of the books that Sourena wrote was a question. What do you think? So you sent the whole book to him?
Yeah, and you did. And I have to listen to our.
He read it, and you had a response within 12 hours? And detailed notes?
Yeah.
Within 12 hours. That's pretty awesome. Especially for a guy who travels something like 200 days a year.
I would never create anything like that. I would never be.
Right. This is true service. Sourena said, look, I didn't expect anything like that. And that's true service because he went above and beyond.
Yeah, I would be a week for the long emails.
Right, so Sourena said, look, I would have been happy with a week for the long emails, but that's not what happened. He got him back within 12 hours. Larry surpassed your expectations. That's what you really call serving.
Everything great life because of work.
Everything that you want in life, everything great in life, requires that you work.
You can't be kidding. Everything great life.
Right, this is your job, this is your kids, this is your life. Everything in your life requires that you work. All right, so now when we work, should we be kind of stubborn?
Yes, number 7.
Right, so that brings us to number 5. Number 5 is stubbornness. What did you just say?
I'm Persian, yes.
Sourena said that he's Persian. These are Sourena's words, mind you, not mine. Sourena said, I am Persian. So he's Persian, and, well, we're just stubborn people.
And you don't get what you want the first time.
And if you don't get what you want the first time,
You're going to try again.
you're going to try again.
You're going obstacles.
You're going to
Obstacles.
hit obstacles.
And you go in under above.
Right. You're going to see that obstacle. You're going to see that roadblock. And then you've got to figure out, which one am I going to choose? Am I going to go over it? Am I going to go under it? Am I going to go around it? Or am I going to go through it? But you've got to choose one.
And you're going to be able to, not give up the first time.
That's right. True stubbornness means you don't give up the first time. That's just the beginning of the negotiation.
Yeah. So when I grew up,
When you grew up, when you were growing up?
yeah,
All right, so when Sourena was growing up,
I'm very bad. You would say no.
so when Sourena would ask his dad something, his dad's response would be, typical parent, no.
Oh, okay.
And then his dad would say, all right, well, I guess the negotiations have begun. Oh, Sourena said to himself, well, I guess this is the start of the negotiation.
Yeah. I would not take no for that.
Sourena would not take no for an answer.
No, my mom and dad, no. My mom and dad, I could not see right.
So with your mom, you just couldn't change her mind.
Yeah, but my dad, I knew because.
But with his father, he knew this was the start of the negotiation. There are going to be, yes, so as you're reaching or you're striving to get to your amazing success, Sourena wants you to know that there are going to be a lot of uncomfortable moments. You're going to deal with people who disagree with you. You're going to deal with people who don't want to be amazing. You're going to, right, when this happens, you can't focus on that. You have to focus on what can you do to make this a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Yes. You have to be stubborn.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now, Sourena, did we talk about the importance of using our gifts for others?
Yeah, but let's go into more detail.
You want to go into more detail about that?
Yeah. Guess what?
What?
Nobody ever asked me if I can have to move.
Okay, I shouldn't keep this joke to myself. Sourena just said, guess what? What, Sourena? Nobody ever asked me if I could help them move.
Oh, nobody ever asked me a meal.
Nobody ever asked me if I can cook them a meal.
I can't believe it or not.
Oh, and Soren said, you know what? I can't, believe it or not.
What I can do is make my bed. What I can do is make the people laugh.
But what Soren can do is make the people he loves laugh.
So they're like, nobody cares what you can't do.
So here's the point. Nobody cares what you can't do.
I don't care about what you can't do.
The only thing that matters is what you can do.
So you get into what you can be able to.
You have to be able to exploit your gifts in order to serve others.
Yeah.
And what is
if you do that, then people don't get about what we can't do.
right? Again, people don't care what you can't do. They care about what you can do. And you take what you can do and you use that to serve others.
So I have I have a professor in college.
You had a professor in college?
Yeah, he told me, one job.
And that professor said, look, you have one job.
He told me, you gotta become so educated that you have no train. Understand you.
Right, he said, you have to become so educated that people have no choice but to stop and listen and understand you.
I think I did that.
And you think you did that?
Yeah, and that's my gift. That's my gift.
And that's your gift.
Yeah.
Right, and once again, you use it to help others. And as you're using your gift to help others, what does that do for you, Sourena?
That made me have a amazing life.
Right, that allowed Sourena to have an amazing life.
My beauty, I in amazing.
So in your business, there are amazing people.
Yeah, I would not know. I did choose that.
Right, so in Sourena's business, there are amazing people that Sourena would not know had he not chosen this path.
So, I forget.
A few months ago, Sourena had the opportunity to speak at an elementary school.
I knew to do it.
Right, and then Sourena, and when he went, Sourena took his oldest son to go watch him. He's 4.
And just to look at as a friend, he still looks at me what a friend.
And he still looks up to you when you present.
Yeah, that was me.
And that was amazing.
My kid, I was going to do right now.
Right, so your kids are still little.
They do not care one bit what I can do.
And they really don't care what it is that Sourena can't do.
All that man, I give her a hug.
Right, all that matters to them, and you're so lucky. There's the hug stage. At some point, though, the only thing that'll matter is whether or not you can get the money. So enjoy the hug phase.
There'll be a day that they were taking each other with them, but we're not there yet.
Right, exactly. Right now, they want to just get a hug from Daddy.
So it's amazing. I will recap.
Okay, quick recap.
Yeah. So you gotta become me.
Here's the thing, you have to be amazing.
The way you become me is right and for your kids.
And the way that you get to this amazing that you have to have is you recognize your gifts and then you exploit them. And you exploit them in the service of other people.
And then you go around obstacles.
And then obstacles. When you see an obstacle, it doesn't stop you. It's just a way for you to figure out if you're going to go around it, under it, through it, or over it. But it doesn't stop you. The mantra, it's not my fault, it is my responsibility. So you have to learn to take responsibility for the good as well as the bad. And maybe even the ugly. You have to love life. You have to be willing to work. Yes, work has to be something that you're just willing to do. You've got to put in the time and the work. Work as nobody else. And then you will eventually have the life of nobody else. Okay, what's the challenge, Sourena?
I'm going to go with 3 gifts that came with.
All right, so Sourena wants you to take some time and do this challenge. And the challenge is this. Come up with 3 gifts. 3 gifts that you can explain. So think to yourself, what are my 3 gifts? What are my 3 gifts? One of these needs to be a big gift. One of them can be a little small. But regardless, what are they? And how can I use them?
How can I use them?
So how can I use them to become amazing? How can I use them to serve others and thus become amazing?
Yeah.
All right, so again, your challenge is to identify 3 of your gifts. Just 3. One of them needs to be big, one needs to be smaller. And think to yourself, how can I use these 3 gifts that I've been given to help others? And then, when I help others, I will also be helping myself. What were you saying? It could be something as small as... Yeah, it could be something as small as I'm always on time. Which, if you are not that person, you will say, what is that? That is not a small gift, that's huge.
Or you can say
Right, it might be something like I'm always reliable.
Yeah.
If I say, my word is my bond. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
It's marvelous. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's marvelous.
Right, these are things that seem small to the person who's doing it, but to the person who's on the receiving end, it's huge.
What makes you?
Ask yourself, what makes me, me?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much.
I said
I'm sorry?
minutes.
Yeah. We said we were going to go an hour. Didn't quite make it. Made it 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
So go to your meeting.
Go. Be amazing.
Go to BigDreams101.com.
Go to BigDreams101.com. There's a whole blog on being your uniqueness and using it to become amazing.
There's a button there.
Yeah, if you look in the description, the link's there. Thank you ever so much, and go have an amazing day.